Strong women create strong men. Now, throughout human history, recorded human history, women have been pressed down, devalued, and basically dominated. Now, in recent times, there's been a spike, a very good spike, of women being valued as equally as men in many countries in the modern era, and most of them are first world countries. This is a natural development over human history, and I feel like it has happened before, but not in the history that we have right now as far as records go. Now, when you value the female half of your society, when you give them the same rights, when you stand beside them and treat them as if they're just as valuable as you if you're a man, then is it any wonder that better societies produce? Is it any wonder that women can produce better outcomes in a society, whether it be just gross domestic product or a better societal relationship and stronger children for sure. Now, if you have mothers who are treated as equals, they will be strong and raise their sons in a very strong manner. If I was to go back in history and give an example of this, for a long time, decades, if not centuries, the Spartans of Greece in the classical era were some of the best warriors in the world. They were later defeated by Macedon, but that was much later. Their dominance relied upon them treating women very similarly to men. Now, they weren't treated to the same level of equality we might find in first world countries nowadays, but the women were viewed as the only ones who could produce Spartan men. Spartan women were the only ones who could produce Spartan men. They didn't wear makeup, and to look upon a free woman with like lust in your eyes, to look her up and down was a terrible insult and taboo in the Spartan society. Now, I believe that this attributed to the strength of the Spartans as warriors at that time. And this has happened a few other times in history, but that's the Spartans are somebody that people that many people know about in today's world. When you have a woman who not only just raises a child, but operates in society that is valued, that is not just propped up, but equally supported in an equal relationship, you will find that stronger, better, societally capable men are produced. Men who, being raised by these women, have strength coming at them from not only the paternal side, but the maternal side. And even if a woman doesn't, reproduce, because that's how a lot of people view women, as basically their only purpose to reproduce because of their smaller muscles, the smaller bone structure. A lot of people make the argument that because of their physical incapability, according to them, that they are purely for breeding stock. And that it's obvious. Some people say that, this is the way God made it. There are other communists who don't believe in God. And, I'm just saying communists, but there's plenty of other groups who don't believe in God, and they say, okay, this is the woman's role because this is basically what they were born to do. This is the service that they provide for the state. But in those countries where they're valued far more, they can produce so much more in a society. And not to even, of course, this is an appeal to people who don't believe that women are equal, but not to mention that they're human beings. So the other half of humanity, they're not any less valuable than men. They're not a subclass of human. They're just as much a person as a man is. And there are certain societal encouragements through culture and TV, media, painting women as this sexual object, even if it's mainly subconscious. But in these instances, the women are just downgraded to a post where they wouldn't even do as much for a society. So even if you don't value women, a society which values women more actually turns out to be a more effective society. This is a more educated society, a society that can produce more scientific advancements, can produce more even soldiers, can produce more culture and creativity and works of art that encourage civilization to move in a way that is far more developed than it is now. Now, when I say equal or almost equal, I really mean that in first world countries, they're more equal because we haven't reached a point where women are considered the same as men anywhere. But we're very close to that in some countries. But these are just a few of my ideas about how strong women make strong men, and how we should value them just as much as we value men, and if not to view them as equal human beings, which would be the compassionate road, which would be the obvious and factual road, because they are equal human beings, then to basically just catapult our society to a better tomorrow, a more efficient tomorrow, because they have just as much mental capacity as we do. Their brains operate a little differently, a little bit more quickly, but they have the same mental capacities, same ability for invention, creativity, and just general advancement in society and of that society. So the sooner we start valuing people the exact same way, the sooner we can reach a whole new stratosphere of civilization that will be ever expanding after that. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and y'all have a great day.